Good morning, and welcome back to another episode of the Talk to Tanner Morning Show, where, as Tanner Witt, your business and life coach, goes over tips, tricks, ideas, and exercises for you, the entrepreneur, to apply for yourself to help enjoy life more and get closer to financial freedom. So, today's tool and topic is selling. We're going to talk about selling a little bit, and specifically, we're talking about this book. It's called The Way of the Wolf for Instagram, The Way of the Wolf, The Way of the Wolf. This is a book. I like this book quite a bit. I've actually read it twice. It's a book from Jordan Belfort. He is probably renowned as one of greatest salesman to ever live, if not the, and glamorized big time with the hit movie from Leonardo DiCaprio in The Wolf of Wall Street, which aired, shoot, man, that's 5, 10 years ago now. It's been flying by, right? I'm not sure when that movie came out. Either way, Jordan Belfort is really renowned with training sales teams nowadays as he's gotten older and he's gotten off of Wall Street. And he uses this system called the straight line system. So I'm not going to bore you with the details of a lot of the straight line system. He has so much content out there. If you're really interested in it, we can do a separate show for that. But this is his main book where he goes over it in detail. But I'm just going to go over some big takeaways that you can use for yourself on this fine Thursday. Just a few things to keep in mind when you're communicating with people, because whether you believe it or not, you're always selling. In some way, some shape or form, everything's a negotiation. You're always selling, whether it's your position and your stance when you're talking to people, whether it's picking the activities that you want to do, or you're trying to get clients to buy into, say, for me, my education company, I want people to buy into my 30-day challenge, and trying to use this book, use these systems, and have Jordan help us sell to our goal, 1,000 people on the 30-day challenge. That is my goal. That is my challenge for through here. So 30-day challenge is what we're trying to sell, and we're trying to leverage these three kind of things kind of coming up. Let's go ahead and get on to the banner. Episode 139. Episode 139. Holy cow. The road to 1,000. So thinking about selling, is there anything you need to be selling? To sell, Jordan Belfort. Episode 139. How to sell like Jordan Belfort. So the number one activity that I want to say on the front end, because a lot of us are watching more on the front end of the episode than on the back, is tonality. We've all heard, but it's always a good reminder. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. And a big part of communication, they say even like 2/3 to 90%, whatever the statistic is, right, is body language, tone, and kind of just how we are handling ourselves. But say if you're reaching out, I do a lot of calling on the phone, so they can't see my body, and I'm predominantly relying off of my tone. And your tone is very important, such as, for example, what would be an example of this? When you're talking real quiet and you're giving some pauses, it sounds like you're saying something a little more important, versus you're being really big and emphatic and you're just trying to gain their attention, maybe raising the level of how loud you're talking, or trying to emphasize a point. You're matching what it is they're saying. They're talking about a pain point, and this concept of mirroring their tone. So they're really excited. So my 30-day challenge is all about you enjoying life more and creating a real plan to reach financial freedom, so you don't have to be stuck at your job for the rest of your life. And people get excited when they have their idea and this and that. And then say if they're getting really excited, I'm trying to match the excitement, or vice versa if they're trying to ponder things in thought and we're just pausing for a second. So using tonality is very, very important. The next thing I would say is when it comes to prospecting, reaching out, one of those simple things that I wanted to put on here is being enthusiastic. Being enthusiastic will go a long, long way. You're gonna get some assholes. You're going to war. I get it. A lot of people, uh, clients and people I'm friends with who are in sales, you get it. And just having an understanding that what you sell provides value and you're helping them, and it'd be a disservice if you didn't go out and help them. Understand like what it is that you're really doing for people. I truly believe I change people's lives in the right direction. Just simple rules on the 30-day challenge, like you got to go to bed at the same time every night, you got to get up at the same time every day, you got to have your values. What are your top 5 values? Are you honoring these values? Like, what is the real specific goal over the 30 day? I want one specific goal. And are we getting closer? Or are we getting farther away from it? The clarity and the awareness and the activity on this, just being sober and driven in a direction, helps tremendously. I know it completely changed my life. So I know this, that what I provide is helpful to people, to help them, to inspire change, and to help grow what it is that we're doing. So if we know this, if you know what it is in your own situation, if you know what it is that you provide, that there is a true benefit to it. And if we're being very realistic to it, their lives would be better with it. Would their lives be better with it? If the answer is yes, then who cares if people are saying no and stuff? I mean, we say no to things that we don't understand all the time. We say no to things that we're not ready for, or we have these false stories like, "Oh, I can't afford it." This, if it was a real priority, if I had a Ferrari for 2 grand, you would find a way to get the money. If I had a Ferrari for $2,000, oh hey, I'll sell you this Ferrari for $2,000. You would find a way to get the money. So the money's not an excuse. We can always find a way, whether it's you're borrowing it for a business loan or lines of credit, or if you're just not saving appropriately with how much money you're working at your job and this and that. So there's there is ways around it. And lastly, one of the big things was coming with and being using powerful questions, and how should I phrase this? Using powerful questions and powerful words to try and grab attention, such as this. I say that we talk about we're exploding people's productivity. We're quadrupling people's revenue. We're able to, these type of action grabbing words of what your business and service has to offer are usually do a good job of getting the conversation going. That's usually the hardest part, or that's the hardest part for me in sales, from my own experience, is getting people on the same wavelength and getting them excited about talking to you and want to hear some good news. People really don't get that many cold calls of just genuine people who are trying to help them. It's true. Everyone's thinking like, "Oh, Tanner, bullshit. I get scammer calls all the time." It's like, really? How many people, like real people, not automated messages about your car warranty, but real people, like say a guy like me calling you and saying, "Hey, I'm a life and business coach. I want to help support you get closer to your goals. Have you ever considered having a coach? Does that sound interesting to you at all? Do you have a minute to chat?" How many times have you gotten that phone call? I'm willing to bet less than 2 or 3. I refuse to believe that, because it's just I know I haven't, and I know all the people I work with haven't. So the odds that you'd be the denominator out versus just kind of So I get it. There's certain products and things that are selling, but when it comes to a personal service and a small business and a genuine, the real owner reaching out to you, it's that dime a dozen. So my point is, if you get to the point to where you need to start doing this for growth and I highly recommend people doing outreach to grow their business, especially if you don't have enough clients that you want. That's usually the biggest issue for most people, is not getting people in the door. Then some type of prospecting method is going to be needed. So we're going to go ahead and jump on over here. I'm going to show you guys a activity tracker that I use. This is a free tool that I include in my 30-day challenge. So if you want to check it out, desktop, coaching forms. It would be under that 30-day challenge, right? Yep. Okay. Super simple, super straightforward. Okay. So let's go ahead and share my screen. Okay. So this is just one of the tools that I have people use in my 30-day challenge, and it's customizable to what it is that you're going to do for your own prospecting methods, such as I am requesting and asking people to check out my social media. Check out my social media, like one of my episodes on my show, leave a comment on one of the episodes on my show, recommend the show to someone you know. So please, I mean, if you're watching this, share it to people, let them know about it, share it. I do want to have some form of free for people to help benefit and get out of bad situations, or just have some accountability, get up in the morning and get going after what the hell we actually want to be doing. So if you think people could benefit from that accountability and consistency, I'm here rocking and rolling every weekday morning. So please share this stuff with them. But this activity tracker is pretty much just gonna, because we can't improve what we don't measure. That was something I didn't understand for a really long time. I would just be running around with a chicken in my head cut off. And I was like, why are things not improving really? Why are they not heading in the right direction? And it was because it was hard. It was really hard to say what I was actually doing. So many times they mistake movement for achievement. And we just want to be able to make sure what we're doing has a definitive answer of it's working, it's not working. We need one of the two, because if it's not working, the second, then we need to change it. We need to brainstorm some type of way that's going to work in our favor, that's going to be able to help us make the changes necessary to do what is right, that you need to be doing in order to make the necessary changes in order to achieve the goals that you want to achieve. That is what I'm here to support as your life and business coach, to make sure that we're working towards our goals. And then as we do stuff that is not working, then we change and shift back to the stuff that is working. So maybe for you, you're a good writer and you could write a blog and you could be sending out these emails, as you can see. Or maybe you're good with video, you don't mind talking on camera and you're able to create content. Or maybe you're just sending out LinkedIn messages saying, hey, I have these free tools, these free coaching tools to help. My mission is to help 100 million entrepreneurs achieve financial freedom. Could I send these over to you and get some feedback from you? And just some type of playful. And will people say no? Will people say no to what it is you provide? The answer is yes. Will people say yes to what it is that you provide? The answer is yes. So there you're going to get people who say yes. You're going to get people that say no. But the people who are consistent enough and make enough contacts always find a way to keep moving the meter towards what is their goal, versus the people who don't have the outreach and end up quitting a couple years into what it is that they're doing. And that's what we're trying to avoid, right? We're already here. We're becoming financially free through our real estate investment properties. Fantastic, right? Now it's our opportunity to take the structure that worked for us and give it back to everyone and put it in a different business format, such as in coaching, 30-day challenges, and working one on one with your coach. So think of it from your own way, spin it your own way. Think of, how can I reach out to people? How can I leverage three things? Again, our three takeaways from the Way of the Wolf today is: number one, tonality. Number two, being specific. No, number two is being enthusiastic. And number three, learning proper language to gain attention, using big, powerful words such as explosive growth, things of that nature. And you got to nurture it to your own industry. And if you don't know how to do that, we can sit and we can brainstorm and figure out a way to help you. I'm rolling over the hour. I have a speech in about, what time is it? Okay, yeah, we're rolling through. So that's it for us today. This is a free tool, this simple little thing, and you can chop it up, change it up, do whatever the hell you want to it. Change it to, we're going to change it to what actually works for you, on you, with you, and see if it can make the differences necessary to get more sales, get more clients, and be more at peace with having fun on the job. You got to have fun with it. And what's the point otherwise? So, here to help things go right, your life and business coach, T-Dog, How to Sell Like Jordan Belfort, episode 139. I'll be back here again live Friday morning, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Let's have a rockin' Thursday. Let's get off to the right foot. Cheers, friends. Have a great one. I'll see you all next time. See you then on Friday. I'm out. Until next time.